Hi, this is Katie, and welcome to the Nodding Perch, where I like to talk and share all things crochet. So you ready? Let's go. So for this wheel coaster tutorial, I am going to be using cotton yarn. I always use cotton when I am making coasters. I love this cotton by Hobby Lobby. Since the black is a little hard to see, I'm going to do the wheel part in this pretty teal color. So it'll be easier for you to see how I work the stitches. And for the hook, I am using a G hook. Let's see here. It's a 4mm. These are my Susan Bates hook, and I do have a link for these in my link tree under my Amazon favorites. Now, fair warning, there is a thunderstorm that's on its way. So if you hear any thunder in the background, I'm very sorry about that. But let's see if we can get this tutorial before it hits. So the first thing you want to do when you have your cotton yarn is you want to make your magic ring. You can chain 4 and slip stitch to the beginning of the chain if you prefer to do that instead of a magic ring. I'm going to chain 1 to set that ring. All right, and then I'm going to do 2 more chains. 1, 2. So all together we have a chain 3, which is going to act as your first double crochet. Then we're going to do 11 more double crochets into the ring. 1. So go right in the ring. 2, 3. All right, and I'm going to meet at the end of this. So all together I have 11 double crochets plus your chain 3. Okay, and this is my 11th double crochet. I'm going to pull this tail to tighten up the center. So as I mentioned, you should have 11 double crochets plus your chain 3, which acts as your first double crochet. So altogether there will be 12 around the ring. And we're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And now we're going to chain 3, because this will act as our first double crochet in the second round. And then we're going to do another double crochet into the same spot, into that same stitch. So you have your chain 3 and 1 double crochet into the same stitch. For this round 2, we are going to increase into every stitch. That means we're going to put 2 double crochets into every stitch around, and at the end we should have 24. So this is our first increase, and then the next stitch for our second increase. So there's the second increase, third increase, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in that same stitch, and we're going to continue that around into every stitch until we have 24 in all, which includes that first chain 3. Okay, here I am at my last increase. 1 and 2. So for the third round, we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 again. Chain 2. We want this a little bit smaller than a double crochet. You'll understand why in a moment. Then we're going to do a double crochet back into the same stitch. So this is where we're going to start the detail of the rims of the wheel, right around here. And we do that by doing 2 double crochet together into 1 stitch So you ready? Follow me here. This right here, you can't tell, it's kind of squished, but that's the next stitch. We're going to skip that. And we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So remember, on this third round, every time we skip 1 stitch, we chain 3. You'll see the pattern here soon. So skip this one, and then this stitch is where we're going to do our double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert into the stitch, start your double crochet. Okay, this is the last step of my double crochet. If I yarn over and pull through, I would complete my double crochet, but I'm not going to do that because I want to do 2 together into the 1 stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, and start working on my second double crochet. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops of your hook. Now you have both double crochets on your hook. So yarn over and pull through the remaining 3 loops. And there's your first double crochet 2 together. We're going to skip the next stitch. So that means we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip that and do another double crochet 2 together in that following stitch. 1 and 2. Yarn over and put those together. Skip the next stitch. So that means we chain 3. Okay, and then in the following stitch we do our 2 double crochets together. So you're going to repeat this all the way around to the very end. So I'll see you when we get here. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch into the top of that double crochet 2 together, not into the chain 2, but at the top of the together. Slip stitch and chain 1. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets into the same stitch. 1 and 2. In this round, we're going to do 3 single crochets into all the 3 chain spaces. 1, 2, 3. And then on top of the double crochet 2 together, we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1 and 2 in that same stitch. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. Here I am at the end with the last 3 single crochets into the chain space. 1, 2. Okay, and the third one, I'm going to start it, but I'm not going to finish it because this is where we're going to do our color change. So on the last step before you finish your single crochet, we're going to drop the gray yarn and we're going to pick up this pretty teal color since it'll be easier to see on the video compared to the black. Just pop that right on the hook and we're going to finish that single crochet stitch with the new color. Just kind of pull that down a little bit. Okay, so in this round we are going to do a single crochet into the back loop only, and that's how you get this little rim detail right here. We're not going to slip stitch and chain 1. We're going to just work in the round so it doesn't leave a negative space right here. So here's your first single crochet. We're just going to go right into the back loop and do a single crochet. Get my fingers out of the way. Okay. And on this, I like to work over the tails to help hold them. So let me bring it to the back. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to hold it in the back here. I'm going to do my second. single crochet into the back loop. I'm going to make sure those tails are on top, so I crochet over them. And we're just going to work in that back loop all the way around. Just like that. So I'll see you when we get all the way to the end. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to make my last single crochet into the back loop. And now we have one more round left to do. On the next round, we are going to work on the detailed tread part of the tire, and that is done by using the star stitch. To get started, we're going to do a slip stitch into that first single crochet, and we're going to go under both of the loops. We're not doing just back loops now. Let's do it as normal. Single crochet, chain one. Let's do a single crochet back into that stitch. Now we're going to do a chain one on top of this. All right, in this chain one, you got the back bump right there. We are going to slip stitch into that back bump. Now you know why I picked this color compared to the black yarn when doing this tutorial. All right, move it so you can see it. This first one's always tough to do, but it gets easier after this first spot. Okay, got my hook in, and yarn over and pull through. I'm going to leave the two hooks on my hook, so I'm going to do the same thing on the side of that single crochet. I'm going to insert my hook right through the front loop of the side of that single crochet, yarn over, pull through, get 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to do the same thing in the stitch that we did the single crochet into. Insert, yarn over, pull through. Okay, you have 4 loops on your hook. And we're going to do it one more time into this next stitch. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through. There you got 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops. Be careful, you got to kind of pull up a little bit so you don't get stuck on some of those fibers. So believe it or not, that's your first star stitch. From here, we do a chain one, and we're doing it again. Put your hook through the back bump of your chain one. Yarn over, pull through, stop. You're going to put it on the side of the star stitch, insert, yarn over, pull through, back into the same stitch, insert, yarn over, pull through, and then insert into the next stitch. It might seem a little complicated, but trust me, as you get going, it gets pretty easy and goes really fast. Yarn over and pull through all those loops. There's your two star stitches. Chain one, insert in the back bump. Sorry if you can hear my neighbor's dog bark. They're outside storm watching right now. Yarn over, pull through, go into the next, to the side of that star stitch, yarn over, pull through, same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. There's your third star stitch. You chain one and do it all over again. So you're going to do it all the way around the wheel. Now, if you are having a hard time with this, then your tension might be a little too tight. So when you chain one, you might want to go a little bit looser, so it's easier for you to get into that back bump. Okay, I'm going to complete my last star stitch. My chain one, and I'm going to slip stitch into the first star stitch, just kind of like anywhere right in the middle. There we go, and we're going to fasten off. All right, you just tuck your end in, and there is your wheel. I think that turned out pretty.